Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm your host again, Chantel Sierra Shakim, coming in live on location to tap into this universal energy of today. I know the day is getting away with us, but I'm here and I remember. So I normally come on here to tap into tarot. The first two cards coming out is the Three of Swords, followed by the Three of Wands. Moving into this healing vibration, being prepared for what comes next. This is the energy we're working with as the first two cards have come out. We'll go into the next one is the Ten of Wands, releasing all of your cares and burdens into the ethers because you don't need it. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If y'all don't mind tapping the screen, getting some more people into the room, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, my name is Chantel Sierra Shakim, and I am a holistic self-care practitioner and soul guide. I come in for this next year, 365 days, to tap into universal energy, pull tarot, do some clarifying cards, tap into my inner self, my younger child, and yeah, just go with the flow. Expecting miracles to show up, whatever. The King of Cups. Wishes do come true, and that King of Cups will see you through as you continue to plant the seeds and see them grow. Seven of Pentacles. Studying to show yourself approved with the Page of Swords, and we'll get one more card. One more card. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was upside down in the deck. The Page of Pentacles. This is that new foundation. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. That's what it seemed. That's what I heard. So we're gonna continue. Greetings, greetings. Welcome in, Kiki. Welcome in, girl. This is a time of us tapping into this new energy as we're preparing in this new moon in Taurus energy. This is giving yourself an opportunity to heal those things that have broken your heart. It's really where we start, okay? Then we mend ourselves, heal ourselves, and be prepared for what comes next. This is preparation, y'all. Seeing that there's something better in store. You're releasing and you're moving. You're on the other side of the mountain. So it's been a hard, challenging time, but now's the time to release those things that no longer serve and only take the things that you need. Knowing that as you love on yourself, everything else will come true. Everything else. Wish upon a star. That's what I heard too. And believe that your emotions can see you through, because you've already planted the seed. You've already put the work in. Now you just have to nourish it. Now you just have to see what it produces and continue to hold the vibration of it. Continue to walk in the path of that which you desire. Continue to lighten the path for others as you continue to study to show yourself approved. Knowing that this is the beginning of something new. This newness is going to bring you everything you desire. Your wishes, your goals, your inspirations, the partnerships, the health, the wealth, the success, everything material is ready to show up, but you have to be able to hold it, you see, even if you're standing on one leg, okay? So this is where you take that leap. Take the leap in allowing your heart to mend. That we go through so much in this world. This is a very heavy world, but this new moon in Taurus is saying release it, let it go, let it all flow so that you can grow. And know that everything is a lesson. Everything is an opportunity to make it better than the day before. As we come into our soul's journey cards, we're going to live with no regrets. No regrets. You're going to play your cards. You're going to do everything that you've been sent to do. You're going to see it through. And you're going to find your happiness, okay? This is what we're doing now. We're tapping into that element of change, okay? No longer denying ourselves. No longer denying yourself the happiness, the joy, the success, the health, everything that you desire. You can't deny it. You have to move in it. Oh, goodness gracious. A lot of them just fell out, so we'll start over with that. And that one just popped up. And take pride in who you are, okay? Take pride in this experience of life. You know, so many people lose their life and leave here incomplete or incomplete and have to come back and start over, you know? So knowing that we are learning lessons as we go. Yes, all of our time is numbered. Our days are numbered, but we can live with no regrets, okay? It says, I know that I cannot change the past. We can't change the past, but we can learn from it. We can move in the energy of, okay, this is not working. Let me pivot. Let me change. Let me do something different that's going to bring forth this happiness. Happiness is something we cultivate and a choice. Ultimately, it says, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. When you can bob and weave and move and groove and feel good about it, you know, as that song, it feels good. Yeah. And don't deny it. It's okay to feel good, even in the midst of chaos. Feel good about it, you know? The vibration that you hold will bring the outcome that you desire. So whatever you are holding, this is where that 3 of swords shows up. Whatever you are holding in your heart space, man, this ain't going right, this is going wrong, you're going to get more of it. But this is the opportunity for us to begin to heal it. Deny those feelings that don't align with your truth. Deny those feelings that don't move you in the direction that you are wanting to go in. Acknowledge it, but don't wallow in it. Don't continue to give energy to it. Shift the vibration, change your path, find this space of happiness, and don't be sad. We ringing that in. So denial says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. Yes, this is where this card is showing up. You know, we can deny what the world is showing us. We know it's a matrix. We know that everything is being created simultaneously. It's like the moment you make a new decision, the moment your outcome will be different. It may take some time before the actual big manifestation appears, but you stay that course and you'll truly find everything that you've been searching for. While you acknowledge your fear, it's like, yeah, this don't feel right. This is making me nervous. This is not the direction I want to go. So let me take time to think about, if I continue this path, what will I get? But if I choose to go a different path, if I choose to make a different decision, what can I get in that? And we're always going to follow the feel good, right? Sometimes the feel good can be a pleasurable moment. Don't beat yourself up for it. If you want to engage in something, you know, maybe this isn't 100% what I want, but you want to feel good in that space, do it. But understand that it has to move you forward. Be aware so that you can reap the full benefit, okay? So that you can reap the full benefit of that which you are indulging in, that which you are pleasuring in, that which you are wanting to see expand and grow. So that you know you can take pride in who you are, in what you're doing, in how you're doing it, and know that it is all working for you. This is where it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. This is where you can get down and dirty with your shadow work, right? Knowing that everyone is a reflection of you. So if you're triggered, if you're inspired to change, if you're inspired to go a different way, if you're inspired to continue on the path you're on, take pride in it and know that you can love yourself in the midst of it all and see yourself in everybody. So therefore, it's no judgment, it's no competition, it's no comparison. It's just like, yeah, this is another part of me experiencing this what we see, you know? And it's like, is this still working for me? Or is this something I want to engage with more? Is this something I want to play with a little longer? Yeah, okay, keep going in that path. But if it's like, yeah, you know, been there, done that, maybe I need to take a different direction, do that too. Okay, that's what we see in there. So now we're going to tap into the secrets of the ancestors and see how this is all building. You know, it's beautiful when we can take a survey of the energy and the essence and the insight that brings us to new awareness. We'll give thanks for that, okay? So we're asking that we get some clarification cards. And the first card that shows up is the Father of Water, which says balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. I automatically heard everything is acceptable, but not everything is beneficial. You know, you can do whatever you like, but is it truly benefiting you? Because this is a world that we get to create, that we get to experience, that we get to learn to grow and expand our experience by being in harmony, being in balance, and understanding how we self-regulate in the process. This is the next card out, which is clarity. Bringing clarity clearly, precisely, like the double-edged sword. It's like that light and that darkness. Ooh, that's a contrast right there. Okay, the harmony and balance with clarity, right? And in this, it's like you have to see yourself in both. You have to see how the caterpillar becomes the butterfly by balancing the harmony of metamorphosis. You know, it's like I get to change. I get to create a new experience out of what I have. You know, we have that ability to be these divine alchemizers, if that's a word. We get to alchemize our experience, right? We get to take it all and bring forth clarity in the moment and see how that is serving us in this now reality. Because everything that we need, everything that we desire, everything that we want, wish for, is available. It's just a matter of us being able to hold it, to attract it, to become embodied with it, so that it can also embody our reality. This is deep, y'all. So we're going to read number 31 from the Secrets of the Ancestor book. And the declaration says, I embrace my feelings and I allow myself emotional harmony. This is reminding me of how sometimes we get caught up in it has to be this way. I have to do it like this. I have to achieve these incremental steps to get to where I need to be. But ultimately, it's just about being. And when you are in that space of beingness, everything else comes forth, you know, and the emotions will follow. Emotions is the energy in motion. Where are you sending that feel good to? Where are you sending your clarity to? How are you attracting more opportunities that support who you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have, and being okay in this heart space to feel it. To feel it, to heal it, to move through it, and to grow. The ancestral medicine for this card says, have you experienced positive and loving divine masculine energy? And that's our logical mind. You know, are we always in the logical mind saying it has to be like this or it's not at all? Well, this is where we can change this. It says, this is very different than the patriarchal energy. The patriarchal energy is like the ruler, like the whips and chain. You know, if it's not working, you're failing. But in harmony, it's like, no, everything is working, and it is okay to make mistakes. It says, you are capable of balance and worthy of loving and being loved fully and completely. You are worthy of making mistakes. You are worthy of learning from those mistakes and choosing something different. You don't have to continue on a path just because it's a milestone of the matrix. You don't have to continue to hold truth to something that you've started, but now you want to take a new direction. It's up to you to be grounded and emotionally regulated so that you can know that whatever I choose is working for me. And it may not work for someone else. It may even offend someone else. But as long as you are making those choices and maintaining your boundaries and doing the things that support your growth and evolution, that's all that's needed. You know, we can love ourselves fully and completely and show up unapologetically in this space of clarity. Understanding that sometimes this clarity is going to cut things out of your life. It's going to cut things away that no longer serve you, because this is where the shadow and the light all come into harmony and balance. This is where you have to feel it to heal it. This is where you have to release it to see it. This is how you have to engage it and embody it to become it and see it manifest in your now reality. This is a really powerful work here. And reminder in this full moon in Taurus. So this is the altar of air, clarity. We'll read that from the book, and it's synchronistic because it went from 31 to 32. So we're moving on up to the east side. Okay, so this says, I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. And you see, it's the divine. And I'm also reminded here of the divine masculine and feminine energy. Greetings, greetings. I love you too. Thank you for tapping in and sticking around. This is the clarity, right? This is us balancing our light and our darkness. This is us balancing that masculine and feminine. I'm reminded right now how, you know, in this world, in the matrix today, especially in the relationships of black men and black women, we have this challenge of a lot of black men seeing us as masculine because we are steadfast, unmovable, determined, and successful in doing the things that we want to do. And sometimes that becomes a competition or a challenge for the divine masculine when they see us showing up in our light, doing what we know is right. And they really find it difficult to come into harmony, come into union with us, and still regulate their own divine masculine and feminine. For us women, we can be masculine, if that's what they want to call it, but determined, and also be nurturing and wise and steadfast in knowing that we can trust our intuition, that we have that higher knowing, we have that high priestess energy that allows us to know things and do things and accomplish things a little easier than that logical, strictly masculine mind. But, you know, I'm just gonna ring the bell on that, because we all have divine masculine and divine feminine. So if we are in our soft life, we can be in our soft life and still be determined. This is where I hear where practical spirituality meets holistic health. We all need that. This is what I've written in my first book of Embracing the Queen Within, where practical spirituality meets holistic health. And we have to all be healthy. This is the divine masculine, this is the divine feminine, this is the completion, the wholeness of all of our lives. We have them both, and we got to learn to work with them. And the men may need to be a little bit more masculine or a little less masculine so that they can harness their nurturing spirit and say, you know what, even though the black woman is being very successful, being very determined, being very self-sufficient, how can I nurture that experience with her while also nurturing my feminine energy, because sometimes the masculine and the feminine balance out in individuals in different ways. It's not to say, oh, you're in your masculine because you know what you want and you ain't gonna settle for less and you're gonna speak your truth. And it may not be logical, but I don't have to be logical to be me. Okay? In that divine feminine energy. Okay, that's some good stuff right there. Thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. So we're going to tap into the Moonology card, since we are in this new moon in Taurus energy, and see what it has to say about this reading as we are diving into clarity, bringing balance and harmony into our lives, living with no regrets in our pursuit for happiness, living without any type of denial, and taking pride in our experience. So this is the card that shows up, and it says the energy is gaining momentum. The waxing moon. So this balance, this harmony is gaining momentum. It is like, yes, we all need to come into this. We need to come into it within our own beings, you know, knowing how to nurture ourselves, knowing how to be realistic and pursue our dreams and goals without allowing what someone else thinks to hold us back. Right. It's like we got to think for ourselves, and we also have to come into community with those who can think for themselves too, where we all begin to be the main character and serve each other in being who we are meant to be. This momentum is gaining, oh yes, gaining momentum. This energy is gaining momentum, as the next card I was told to pull is this one, which says hold your vision. So this is where I was talking about collective harmony, right? Divine masculine, divine feminine, everybody being the main character, being steadfast, unmovable in your hopes and dreams, and holding your vision that everything that you desire will be made manifest. But it doesn't happen by yourself. It happens in community. It happens by us seeing ourselves in everyone that we come into union with, right? Seeing how this person is reflecting back to me who I am, what I desire, what I want, and how can we both succeed in this space? What can I offer you? What can you offer me? How can we truly begin to grow and reach our goals collectively? But it takes us knowing, being clear about what you hope for, being certain of what you have not yet seen, and being open to receive from others as you engage in community, as you engage in partnerships, as you engage in different jobs or different professions, understanding that they're all sending you messages. It is a message to your soul of where you are, what you want. What is this all I want? Is this working for me? Is this serving the purpose that is coming to my life to serve? And is it bringing me into more opportunities for happiness, for joy, for bliss? This is that transcendent energy. This is what raises us. And it's not there's no room for competition. There's no room for judgment. There's no room to say, oh, I wish I could have what they have, because if you see it, you can have it. And sometimes it means just sitting back and saying, you know what, let me see what they're doing different, that I may implement that in my life as well. For me, coming on this platform, doing these tarot cards is something so different for me. But I was intrigued. I love tarot. I've used tarot for a long time. I would go on TikTok and watch other people pull tarot and see the confirmations even as they pulled them to confirm with me, yeah, this is definitely in alignment. So why am I holding back? My little girl is like, yes, you should do that too, because there's room for us all to show up in the things that bring us joy, to bring us pleasure, and to commune with one another, even if it's in the world of the matrix, the TikTok world, social media world. But if it's true to you, do it too, you know, because you get to do this. So the last card I'm going to pull for tonight is going to come from our chakra alignment cards. As you all know, if you've watched me for a while, I am an author. I've written a book called Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel. And it looks like this. Oh yeah, this is my book. I wrote this. And it talks about aligning our chakras, which is our life force energy, with the Hermetic principles, which is universal law. It is a beautiful self-study book. It helps you keep your energy moving through your life force so that you can be clear about things. You can bridge the gap between the higher chakras and the lower chakras to really love the life that you are living. It talks about practical spiritual tools. It talks about, crystals and spiritual baths and what Hermetic principles are all about. All is mine. As I talk about, I'm your soul sister coming in, fixing crowns in the process. And it is our crown chakra energy where all is available. That's where everything that God has given us is, we're able to tap into it because it's all in our mind. It's in that Christ consciousness, but universal consciousness, whatever you want to say. So we got 2 cards that came out. Oh, these are some cards that always keep coming out. But this is where that book, Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel, will help you to get clear about your life purpose so that you can go into your highest experience. Open up all the doors. Let the light in. Shine bright like a diamond. That's what I heard. And once you can connect with that, it is sequential. You have to go up higher and higher and higher till you get to the crown. And it's moving the energy of your life, starting at the root chakra. Like your root chakra, what do you say you are? I am. The sacral chakra talks about what is it that you feel. That is that being seated on your throne right here as the Father of Water showed up. What do you feel? How are your emotions moving you to bring balance and harmony to your I am, adjusting to your crown, what you know. So then your solar plexus, that's what we do, what we know. That's where we light it up. This is where we begin to birth our life in a new way, in that solar plexus chakra. I can, I do. And it starts with me and you, and you have to let that light shine. It's like tapping into who you truly are at the core. That's the stomach, y'all, the core. That's where we attach to our mothers. That's where we crown, if you get it. That's where we come through to this life. That is at the crown. That's the lowest vibration at the highest mark before you reach your heart. And learn to love that. I am, I feel, I can, I do. I love. That's your heart chakra. I love that I get to do this, right? Shine bright like a diamond. Yes, I love that I get to do this. And then you go into I speak. I am an oracle messenger, and my voice is my gift. I love to speak. I love intellect. I love to tap into universal principles. I love to go into the consciousness of the mind. And I've studied the mind to know that we do get to create things, but we have to speak it because that's vibration. That's frequency. That is the creative energy when you speak it. I get to do this. I am worthy of this. I can do this. I love that I show up like this. And then you see it. You see it from the end, right? I see my life aligning like this, right? But you don't get so logical about it that it stagnates your growth or that it limits your ability to can and do, because now you're loving on you and it's like, what's holding me back? Because I know that I get to do this because I've seen it. I've seen it in my third eye. I've embodied that vision of me doing, being, having my highest expression of life. And the crown chakra is where it all is mental. Everything that we see, everything that we engage in was first a thought. When you think it, it happens. If you hold it long enough, you will see it in this reality. This is what we are partaking in. You know, everything that we can touch was first a thought in someone's mind. They were like, oh, it would be nice if I did this. It was their vision, their dream, their inspiration, and they imparted it into this now reality because they knew they could do it, and they enjoyed the opportunity to put this little piece of happiness into the world. So this is what we tapping into. I'm gonna read that was life purpose, and the next one is determination. You have to go with the flow. You have to know that sometimes going with the flow means going against the flow, you know, because it's like, yeah, just because everybody else going that way, me and my group, we making things happen. We got things to birth. And this is what I think is symbolic of the salmon who have to swim upstream to give birth. Oh, that's good, Spirit. Yeah. That's what they do. They have to go upstream to give birth during the harvest time or during the birthing season. So the stream is washing downward, but you still have to go up. And that is sometimes what we see here in this earth. Sometimes everything is down, you know, everything is spiraling. The negativity, the fear, the lack, the limitation, that's the energy sometimes that we find here on earth. All the bad news, we hear about that every day. Everything that is going wrong, it's broadcasted for everybody to see. But what about the good? What about what's birthing within you and me? Are you able to move upstream, up into your heart space, up into your throat chakra, up into your IC, third eye, first eye chakra, and know that you get to make a difference too? But you have to get into the frequency of things that may not be flowing the way everybody else is flowing, but you know for sure it's for you. And when you get there, it's nothing but love. It got nothing but love for you, baby. Okay, so we are gonna look into the life purpose from the book, and then the determination, and then I will have a little bit of time if anyone has a question and want to ask. I'll tap into that as well. So here we go. Life purpose. It says, I am in divine alignment and living my life purpose. I am in divine alignment and living my life purpose. Okay, so when you can find that happiness, when you can find that feel good, when you can find that joy, when you can see light more so than darkness, you know, both are there, but when you can see the light more than the darkness, you know you on the right track, that you have tapped into something. And it takes determination to be able to hold it, to be able to stay in that vibration and continue to nurture yourself in that space, because the world around you may not be able to hold what you can hold because you see it. And it's for you to behold it, begin to embody it, begin to express it in a way that only you can. And it takes determination. And that is number 16. This one was number 22, and this one, determination, is number 16. So if those numbers mean something to you, this message is for you. This message is for you, and it's also for me because, hey, I'm the messenger, okay? But I receive as well. And the affirmation for this says, I am an unstoppable being of love and determination. I am an unstoppable being of love and determination. And what I'm feeling right now is how when we give birth as women, I'm going to speak from my divine feminine, my divine soft life living self. When we carry a baby, we are determined to see it through. And the way that we see it through is by love, by being determined, by nurturing what's inside, what we can, what we do, right? That's that birth center. I'm kind of doing some synonym here or something like that. A comparison of when we give birth to something. We have to hold it. We have to be determined to see it through. Birth, my grandpa used to say, having a baby is a dangerous thing. Yes. It is a very dangerous thing. And giving birth to your new life, giving birth to your new identity is a dangerous thing if you don't have the capacity to hold it. But when you can truly move that energy, as I teach my clients to do in my Align framework, you can hold it and you birth it just like a newborn baby. But then you have to nurture it. So my Align principles in my Align framework talk about anchoring, getting grounded and stabilizing your nervous system, finding your true identity as being Christ consciousness, one with all. Everything is working for you. Then liberating yourself, as this card showed up, from all negativity, liberating yourself from those limiting beliefs, limiting low vibrational energies, things that make you feel stuck or stagnant. You liberate yourself. You release them so that your heart can heal, so that it can begin to hold what you know for sure. Give thanks. They say yes. Then you begin to illuminate. That's where this comes, the life path. And I teach my students and my clients how to create their own life path blueprint or lifestyle design blueprint. And this is where you begin to illuminate and awaken to your divine essence. This is where you begin to bring that harmony and balance into your I am. This is where you begin to be able to get real clear about the things that you have to cut off and the things that you can indulge in to begin to play with life and find this space of happiness. Then you will begin to activate your intuition, right? You'll begin to trust what you know for sure. And when you can trust what you know for sure, you begin to generate new outcomes. This is where you will move beyond the regret. You will move beyond denying that I'm the best thing yet. This is where you will begin to take pride in the happiness that you are, that you can hold, that you can embody, that you can begin to nourish that sustained alignment, to hold your vibration to what you know as it continues to flow. You have to do this work. This is the work. Nobody is going to be able to do it for you, but understand that if you can see it, you can in fact be it. So that is the message. Woo! We give thanks for all the guides, ancestors, and ascended masters that showed up in this call. We give thanks to y'all who showed up and showed me love. I am so ever thankful. And as an offering, if there are any questions in the chat, anyone who would like to have a reading, please put it in there and I will tap in and see what Spirit has to say. And yeah, this has been good. I love the fact that I get to come on here and share this gift. You know, tarot is a confirmation to what you already know. It's a spoken word that you can connect to through visualization, right? And seeing that, ooh, I've been thinking that. I've pondered that idea, and then see it come back reflected to you. You know, this is that illumination. You know, this is where you begin to see that, ooh, I thought about that. I wondered about that. I wanted to do that. But now it's your time to begin to take action, to put action to your thoughts. Put action to your goals, your inspirations. Put action to the things that you desire, that you want to be, do, have. This is your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You said thank you so much and see you soon. And I'd love to do a reading next time. Yes, okay. You are a blessing too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jessica. Until next time, please meet me back in the space. I'm here every day. Today was day number 135. I have 365 days to do. So yeah, I'm just showing up, playing with my little girl, and sharing some love and light energy to all who show up. So until next time, I'm your soul sister, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. Peace and love. Good night.